Hi guys, and welcome back to LPB Racing for our Mixed Championship on Project Cars 2. This is race 2 of round 2 of that championship in the Ginetta. This is the Upton Park Island circuit now, so it's a slightly shorter one. It's what the British touring cars use, and we're off. Oh, fantastic start from Lillian from near the back. Straight through, he's almost into 4th place already. Fantastic start. You look at the inside of seat 1 as well into the first corner, and he's got him. Up into 3rd place goes Lillian. Fantastic start. Oh, easy, because he's alongside each other now. They're alongside each other coming down towards Cascades. Bidzster and RZR close behind as well. Keith and Nick side by side as we watch them go into Cascades. Oh, Nick contact with Keith, and again. Oh no, Neil Farmax hit him as well, and all 3 cars go off. Oh, incredible. Neil Farmack resets to the road. Nick Hash reversing, almost hits Keith again. So, we'll get some replays on that for definite. Okay, here's a replay of what happened on lap 1 on board with Neil Farmack. So, you see you going down into Cascades. See ahead, Nick Hash and Keith side by side. Keith runs a bit wide into Nick Hash. Then Nick comes across onto Keith. And then Neil's wrong place, wrong time. Hits both of them. So, not really much any one of them could do about that. Meanwhile, Seek's gone wide out of the hairpin as well, as we watch Footman and TY Lillian coming down towards the Knickerbrook chicane now. So Lillian on the inside, on the outside of TY. So TY resumes that place into the Knickerbrook chicane. Footman in the lead then after those chaotic couple of corners. Bidzster up to 6th place, and RZR in 8th place as well. So everyone else neatly through this first lap so far. So Footman in the lead from TY. Let's see how long Footman can keep the lead for. Let's see if he can prove himself as we come through Druids. And out of Druids, Footman still in the lead of this race. Heading down towards Lodge Corner. TY having a little look. Footman not phased though. He's not defending yet. As Stevie closes right up on the back of Lillian. Lillian shuts the door and says no thank you. Bidzster coming up alongside Blakeney there. So Bidzster and Blakeney side by side coming down towards Old Hall. Watch out for this. As we go into Old Hall, Blakeney's going to try and keep it around the outside. Oh, brave stuff. Bidzster slows off a bit. Seat 1's having a little look at Bidzster now. See if he can get through. TY has got Lillian all over the back of him. Seat 1 mounts the curb. Oh, fantastic stuff. Bidzster into Cascades ahead of Seek then. As we watch back at the leaders, TY having a little look at Footman out the inside. He's up the inside. He's going for the lead on the brakes. Stevie's up the inside of Lillian as well. As we look for the camera out the corner, TY's out first. Blakeney's gone wide. Bidzster's up the inside as well. So Bidzster passing Blakeney there. Stevie's in front of Lillian as well. So good move there by them two. As we come down towards the chicane, Bidzster side by side with Blakeney on the brakes. Oh, he's over the curbs. Oh, he's in too fast. Oh. But good avoidance there by everyone else. So Bidzster taking to the curb, presumably to try and avoid hitting everyone. So he was a bit late on the brakes. So Bidzster back down to 7th then, loses a couple of places. So Bidzster got to do that work again. Footman in 2nd place then. Got to try and keep with TY now. Keep that pressure on as you come down towards Druids. Footman still behind. Not phased, looking for a way around. Let's have a look back at... oh, camera's gone funny. Wait for the camera to reset itself. There we go. Oh, seat 1 runs wide. Bidzster goes through. So Bidzster through there. Little flash the lights to say thank you very much. So, but I don't think Seek's done yet. Can't flash the lights that early, Bidzster, as he comes to defend into Old Hall. Yep, defends in the inside. Seat 1 can't go anywhere around there. And Bidzster resumes 6th place. Let's look. Keep a look at the front end. So TY in the lead, 0.5 of a second, and it's growing. It's growing considerably. So TY got his foot down and he's got his head down. So Stevie giving a little flash to Footman, say I'm on my way. There he is in the red and black Ginetta there for Team Red. So TY still in the lead of this race. He's not having as many problems as he did in race 1. So it's 10 laps of this one, not 8, because it's slightly shorter. So it is quite a bit shorter actually. It's a good 0.4 of a mile shorter this version. And as we go into the Knickerbrook chicane, everyone neatly through there this time. Bidzster keeps it on the track and doesn't hop over the curb. Oh, Blakeney goes a bit wide there. He's going to have to watch out for Bidzster doing the cutback and getting a good run. And I'm right, Bidzster gets a good run up the hill. This will be a good test to see how good Blakeney's defence skills are. Is he Is he defending, or is Bidzster up the inside? Bidzster tries to go up the inside into Druids and mounts that curve. Oh, Blakeney's squeezing him, saying, no, you're not having that, sunshine. You've got to work hard for your grub this time. As Seat 1 closes up behind Bidzster as well, but I don't think Bidzster's going to cover that off, so Seat 1 with no way through there as well. So everyone running line astern. Oh, is the Constantina up? Blakeney a bit slow out of the corner. Bidzster had nowhere to go, and Seat went into the back of Bidzster as well. So nowhere around there as we start lap 4. So TY with a 1 second lead now. Blakeney defending hard from Bidzster. So he's run wide onto the AstroTurf. Oh, just about keeps the car on the road. So it was almost a track limit, almost, but just kept one of the right-hand wheels on the curb. So lucky to get away with that. As Bidzster closes up now around Cascades. Bidzster really good in the long corners. Windscreen wipers on as well. Don't know if he realises that, but they are on. As we go into the island hairpin, Bidzster to the inside. Oh, and Blakeney's out there. I think Blakeney must have looked in his mirrors too much, because Blakeney's gone straight into the wall. So as you can see, because the camera's gone blurred. Oh, there he is. So yeah, Blakeney must have looked in his mirrors and thought, oh my god, he's going for a dive, and then missed his braking point. So pressure got to Blakeney, and Blakeney goes into the wall, so there was no contact there. So Bidzster up to 5th place there with Seek behind him. Meanwhile, TY up front with a 1 second lead. Let's have a look back at RZR Blade and Neil Farmack further back here. So Neil Farmack closing up to RZR. RZR not doing too bad in this race so far, keeping a nice consistent pace. Neil, Keith and Nick Cash having been caught up in that first lap incident. A bit further down the order, got some work to do. So as we go out of Lodge down towards Old Hall Corner, there's TY in the lead. There's Footman in 2nd place. Oh, Footman's gone off! He's gone off onto the grass. He's got to be careful rejoining there. Got to be careful rejoining. And oh, bang! Stevie comes across and just sideswipes Footman. I don't think there was any need for that. And oh no, Bidzster's hit him as well. Bidzster's hit him as well, and Footman's gone round. Where's Bidzster? Oh, he must have rolled over. There he is. Oh no, and Seat 1's involved in that as well. So we'll get a replay on that action. Okay, here's a replay of that incident on lap 5. So you look at the left of the picture, you'll see Stevie come across, bang, hit Footman. Footman goes sideways there across the grass. Now we're looking at Bidzster. Bidzster cannot react in time, boom, and then Seek hits Bidzster and then sends him rolling onto his roof and recovers. So Bidzster and Seek completely unsighted there, and then they both recover, and then Footman there just recovering on the grass, and then has to get out of the way quickly as the other cars coming towards him. Okay, here's a replay of that from on board with Stevie then. So you see Footman there hits the curb, goes on the grass. He's rejoining, keeps to the right, and then boom! We turn in well before that little kink and hit Footman straight in the side. So I don't know what that was all about, but not good driving there from Stevie at all. So as we come back from that big crash, Footman back there in 9th place, rejoining, boot lid flapping as well. So RZR and Neil running up towards the hairpin now. So wow, just shows you anything can happen in motorsport. RZR goes wide onto the grass, misses his braking point, comes back on. Meanwhile, Neil and Blakeney sat almost side by side out of the hairpin, but Blakeney keeps the position there. So Bidzster with a rather battered looking Ginetta in 5th place there. So Footman falls back to 9th after that. So, and there's the man that caused that crash, Stevie, but he's in 2nd position with Liliam chasing him and TY ahead. So let's see if he can get his head down and catch TY. Meanwhile, there's Blakeney and Neil Farmack, probably one of the closest battles on track at the minute. So Blakeney holding off Neil Farmack for now. Neil trying to get closer and closer. Not quite close enough to make a move yet, but he's just showing the car in the mirror slightly, just putting the pressure on enough. And Blakeney again with a bit of a slow run out of Lodge is just tightening the car off too much. By that I mean that he's turning in the car too early and he's catching the inside curb and it's slowing the car down on the exit. So he needs to try and turn in a bit later and then get the speed out, as they both run a little bit wide there, but not enough for major track limits there. So as they come down towards Cascades now, still very close to past the debris from the Bidzster Seek Putman pile up on the last lap. So Blakeney defending now from Neil. Neil's still not quite close enough to make a move yet. Blakeney on the brakes this time does make the island hairpin. So Blakeney still ahead of Neil. Neil keeping the pressure on, but no cigar just yet. Stevie's only 7/10 behind TY now, so Stevie's on the move to try and catch TY. So I wonder if TY's having that tyre trouble again, because the gap's gone down, and the gap's pretty much the same in between Stevie and Lil Yam that it was before. So Stevie and TY getting closer, so it could be a battle to watch out for. Meanwhile, Blakeney and Neil still a couple of tenths. Well, they're not even a couple of tenths apart. They're side by side, coming up Clay Hill towards Water Tower and then Druids. As they come into Druids, Blakeney's still ahead. As they go on, Blakeney a bit slow at the corner. Neil going for the inside. Neil, no, not quite alongside enough. Again, just showing the car in the mirror, just looking to make a move, but no way around there. Blakeney still keeps the car tight on the exit and defending very well. So Blakeney defending very well and very fair. Neil comes up towards Old Hall now. Will he have a look? Blakeney moves slightly to the right to defend, but doesn't need to do it too much. Neil's will have a little look at the inside, but no way through there again. Blakeney still holding on to that place, whether like his life depends on it. Neil almost out of control as he comes out of Old Hall, putting the pressure on. TY still in the lead from 4/10 from Stevie. Stevie, oh, gets a good run out of that corner, but no cigar just yet. Bidzster with his seat one there, so Bidzster and seat one running close together as well. Another little battle to watch out for. As they go into the hairpin, Bidzster defends, seat one can't get through. TY in the lead, just starting to understeer a bit there. You can see the understeer compared to Stevie's car. So he's really having to nurse them tyres already, so either they're overheating or underheating, so you have to watch out for that as the race goes on. Meanwhile, Neil and Blakeney side by side as they come down towards Knickerbrook chicane. Neil's on the inside, no, Neil's on two wheels, clip the curb, and he's out of control, and oh no, sends Blakeney into the tyre wall. Oh no, Zadar's there, and bang, hits him in the side, probably blind as well, couldn't see him as he came around the corner, or couldn't react in time because of the car going round the corner. And you can't just break off your racing line like that. It's not easy. So Blakeney, unfortunately, there gets the hip and shoulder from Neil as he mounts the curb and sent into the tyre wall. So I don't think that was anyone's fault in particular, but we'll see as we get a replay on that. Here's a replay of a slightly distant view of Neil and Blakeney. So you see Neil and Blakeney go into the corner there. Neil's up on two wheels, bang, hits Blakeney. Blakeney goes into the wall, and then we can't do anything, and then boom. Straight into the side of Blakeney goes Azadar, and that's what happened. Here's Blakeney's view of that incident. So we go into the corner, Neil goes on the curb, bang, hits us, and then hits us again, boom, into the tyre wall, and then, hello, there's Azadar, who hits us, and there's Keith taking advantage as well. So as we come back from that, Azadar into the wall. Oh my goodness, Azadar into the wall at the exit of Druids. We'll get another angle on that as well. Here's a replay of the Azadar Keith accident on lap 7. So just after Azadar's hit Blakeney, he goes wide and then comes across. Keith just has nowhere to go. So unlucky for Keith, nowhere to go there, and then both cars spin. So as we rejoin from them couple of crashes, we end up on lap 8. Let's have a look at Stevie and TY in the lead. There we go, out of the island hairpin. So TY and Stevie, we're still running close together there. So it's down towards the chicane. Sorry about not talking there, ladies and gentlemen, just had a slight hiccup. But as you go out of the Knickerbrook chicane, up the hill, TY still ahead, Stevie still looking for any way around that he can. As they go into Druids, TY slightly defends the inside just to stop any lunges from happening. As we go into the corner and out the other side, TY pulls a little bit of a gap on that corner, so clearly it's working through Druids. Let's see if it works through Lodge Corner as the camera alters itself again. I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen, they will sort this out at some point. There we go. So, yep, Stevie slightly closed up at Lodge Corner, so TY's car working in some places and not in others as he defends the inside in towards Old Hall on lap 9 now. And no way through there still as we look back at Neil Farm. As there we are, Blakeney and Footman coming down the hill. So Blakeney and Footman close together coming down towards Lodge Corner. Blakeney in front, Footman a bit further behind. There's Keith. So having a terrible race after that dreadful start when involved in that other incident. And here's a little battle near the back. Azadar Blade and Nick Hash. Will Nick have a look at the inside into Lodge? Nope. Backs out of it. And Azadar a bit slower out the corner though. Nick gets a good run. Let's keep an eye on this for a moment. As they come across the line, Nick Hash goes to the inside. Well, can he draw alongside enough? I don't think he's going to be able to. No, he's not. Azadar keeps the place for now into Old Hall and out the other side. So good driving there from them too. Meanwhile, TY and Stevie still close in the lead. 4/10 apart. TY still doing a good job to hold on to this lead. I think he's clearly struggling with tyres like in the last one, but he's still holding on there. Fighting like a true trooper down towards the end. As we look at Footman and Seek close together, and Footman's got past Seek there, so Footman passes Seek. Actually no, Seek's caught up to the back of Footman. Sorry, the other way around. Seek's caught up to the back of Footman there. So as they go through, whoa, Footman on the curbs there, really abusing them curbs. Beautiful stuff as they come out of Knickerbrook and up the hill. And Footman gets a slight advantage up the hill, so Seek will not be close enough into Druids. Last lap time then for TY and Stevie. As we're going towards Old Hall. As they go around there, no advantage to be gained yet. Stevie closes up slightly, but no cigar. As we watch Azadar Blade and Nick Hash coming up towards Druids now. So they've separated a little bit as they come up towards Druids. Keith ahead, so they're slightly catching Keith as well. Oh, Azadar's gone off onto the grass. Azadar goes onto the grass. Oh, he's going to hit the wall. Oh, slightly taps the wall and rejoins. And Nick Hash is just there. He doesn't even move across. And bang, both cars spin in the middle of the road. Oh, no. Bad driving there from Nick Hash. You should have seen Azadar's car rejoining the track and then kept to the right. So he could actually rejoin the track safely. So that could have been avoidable, that. So we'll get a replay on that anyway. But as we come down, here's a replay of that incident on board with Nick Hash. So Nick Hash comes round and see Azadar going wide there. So still going wide. Nick Hash runs a little wide himself, but he should be on the right hand side now. But no, stays on his racing line and plummels into Azadar, causing them both to spin. But as we come down towards the Knickerbrook chicane for the last time, Stevie right behind TY, is closer than he's ever been. Right behind TY now, putting that pressure on. One mistake from TY and he is in trouble. So Stevie got to nail these last two corners now. And TY is going to be full concentration on these apexes to make sure that car gets round and doesn't understeer around these corners. Into Druids. That's one of them done. Oh, Stevie's gone wide. No, Stevie's gone wide and that's it. He's lost about a second or a second and a half to TY there. So TY can breathe into this last one now. He can just take his time, get that car round, get it out of Lodge, up Deer Leap. And TY wins race 2 here at Ulton Park of round 2 at the Island Circuit. Well done to TY. Stevie flashes lights. He's happy with second as well. Lillian third for Team Black. And fourth for Team Black is Bidzster. Bidzster in 4th place after being involved in that pile-up. Not too bad from Bidzster. And Neil Farmack worked his way up to 5th place from that incident as well on the first lap. So Neil Farmack 5th for Team White. Blakeney and Seat 1 into the last corner. Oh no, the camera's going to go funny on us. We don't get to see what happens. Oh, and Blakeney keeps hold of the position anyway. Blakeney keeps hold of the position. So he's going to be 6th. Seat 1's going to be 7th. It's great stuff for there. And oh, there's another car off in the background. Is that Footman? Footman's gone round at the last lap as well. So Keith's going to be 8th. But Footman's gone round in 10th. So we'll get a replay on that as well. Here's a replay of what happened between Footman and Blakeney on the last lap. So Footman goes up the inside of Blakeney, and as Blakeney goes wide and then just taps himself around. He's a bit too eager to try and get past there and ends up spinning himself round. So as you watch Keith go over the line in 8th place, Nick Hash is going to be 9th and Footman's going to be 10th after that spin that we've just seen there as well. And also Azadar Blade there retires from the race on the last lap. I don't know why you do that, because you get no points, so we're looking for Azadar Blade there. But okay guys, let's take you through the results of that. So TY wins as an independent by 1.2 seconds from Team Red's Stevie. Then rounding off the podium for Team Black is Lil Yam ahead of Bidzster. We just switch over to the next page. So Bidzster in 4th place, Team Black. Neil for Team White in 5th place. Blakeney in 6th for Team Green. Then it's Seat 1 for Team Blue in 7th place. 8th place Keith for Team Green. And then Nick Hash for Independent in 9th place, Footman 10th place for the other car for Team White. Arzad Alblade, DNF, who unfortunately just retired from the race on the last lap. Cyrex disconnected. Alblade there, but there's your winner, TY92, your winner in the second race, and we'll see you guys for race 3. Take care.